mob. This is Senator Malandiri. You're listening to Teabba Radio, your voice in the bush.
Yeah, you just heard a bit of Yossi Indie there with Sunset Dreaming, and in the studio with me right now I have Dr. Salimon Joseph from Territory Hearing Solutions. And what are we going to be talking about today?
Alan, I was thinking last week ABC Canberra invited me for a talk about tinnitus. Tinnitus is basically a ringing sound in the ear. So our listeners maybe benefit out of this topic because a lot of people I come across in my clinic has got a tinnitus, especially defense people and some older people. And there are some children also suffer from tinnitus. And what is tinnitus? Tinnitus is a symptom, not a disease, characterized by hearing sounds like ringing, buzzing, clicking, or humming that have no external source. So that's, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like you say, it's not a disease, it's a symptom. So symptom means something causes it?
Absolutely. There are a couple of reasons for tinnitus, and common reasons are hearing loss. A lot of people with a significant hearing loss suffer with tinnitus. And the other characteristic is the reason for the tinnitus is loud noise exposure. A lot of tradies, they work with the power tools and defense personnel with a firearm, explosive devices, fighter jets, tanks. All this produces very loud sounds, and the aftermath is sometimes is a temporary tinnitus, or sometimes it can be a lifelong tinnitus. And the other reason is ear canal blockage with wax. When there is ear is filled with wax, there will be tinnitus for some people. So that is why after I do the microsuction, remove the wax from the ear, again the tinnitus is gone.
Is that the safest way to get rid of excess wax in your ear?
Absolutely, absolutely. The problem with the water irrigation, Alan, is when the client comes to the clinic and when we use the otoscope to see what is happening in the ear canal, and if you cannot see the eardrum, we don't know there is a hole in the eardrum or not. So traditionally, the doctors used to do, some nurses also used to do water irrigation. They inject, take a syringe, and there will be the head will be a slightly different one with water injection in through the different holes, and powerfully they will inject lukewarm water into the ear canal, and that water can be through the hole will get into the middle part of the ear. There should not be anything get into the middle part of the ear. It's only air in the middle part of the ear. But if there is a hole in the eardrum, the water will get into the middle part of the ear, and that itself will create ear infection. So the best thing is to suck it out. Even if there is a small hole, suction is much more safe. But a trained ENT specialist and trained audiologist can do the suction effectively with a different tool. And okay, thank you for asking that clarification. And the other reason for tinnitus is ototoxic medication. And when people having cancer and other type of diseases where the doctor need to prescribe ototoxic medication, very strong medication, chemotherapy and other thing, the side effect of that medication can be the tinnitus. So that is why the doctor will warn the client the benefit out of the damage will be more with the medication, because it's treating the cancer. The treatment of cancer is more important than having a side effect of tinnitus. So they will alert the client, they will educate the client before they start the treatment. And jaw and neck issues, some people having TMJ disorders, okay, they also can have tinnitus. And the other reason can be circulatory and vascular conditions. Some people, they will hear some sort of pulsing sound very similar to our heartbeat. So these are the major reasons for tinnitus. And the management of tinnitus is basically when people having significant hearing loss and when they have tinnitus, hearing aid fitting. In my clinic, my 18 years of audiology career, when we fit the hearing aid, a large majority of clients, they don't hear the tinnitus anymore after the hearing aid fitting, but the people need to have hearing loss to fit hearing aid. And the modern hearing aids has got a lot of tinnitus masking sounds. We can produce different sounds to mask the tinnitus. And even if we are not using that sound, when people hear the high frequency sounds, the birds, the environmental sounds, they don't pay attention to the tinnitus which is existing there. So basically, how we react to the tinnitus is more important than the tinnitus itself. During the day, you all feel a little bit of back pain when we are engaged in our own duties and responsibilities. We don't pay attention to it. But in the evening time, when we sit have a cup of coffee, we realize that the back pain is kicking up. So engage in an activity where you involve in it when you like it, and that is why the other thing is the masking sounds. People with a low frequency, mid frequency, or high frequency tinnitus. Can have different environmental sounds like water flowing, the bird sound, or the rainforest sound. The different sounds will work as a masking sound. And the other important main point of tinnitus is people with the tinnitus will have more problem when they work in a very quiet sort of environment. Very pin drop silence is an enemy of a person with a tinnitus, and many people notice the tinnitus when they go to bed. It's very quiet. So that is why we advise them to have some masking sound. The masking sound should be very similar to their tinnitus. We need to know what type of pitch they have in the tinnitus. Some people will have high frequency, some people will have low frequency, some people will have a mid frequency tinnitus. So first of all, we need to analyze where you stand, what type of tinnitus you have, and then we have to select the right masking sounds to manage that situation. And a small section of the people with the tinnitus react very badly in the sense that they become so anxious, agitated, and sometimes they think that they want to commit suicide. So it's because there is no escape. The tinnitus is still there in the ear or in the head, so you have to live with it. If you have an angry wife or an angry husband, you can move out from the room. So here there is no escape. So those people, they react very badly to the tinnitus, need to see a psychologist. And there will be cognitive behavioral therapy and the anger management, how we react to that. So we have to live in harmony. We cannot change everything around us, but we can manage it, because many news media, I was saying to the ABC Canberra producer and anchor that many channels, many TV stations are after negative news. The news that bleeds leads. Many journalists say that is the major thing they study in journalism course. One of the things is that they are after negative news. The more the publicity, more the negative. There are so many viewers, listeners for the negative news, and that way the advertisement revenue will be much more. So that is why just avoid listening to or negative news. I stopped watching TV since 26. Many of my colleagues were not listening to watching TV because the negativity create problem in us. So we need to have a firewall in what we are listening. Try to interact with the people with a positive attitude, with a positive vibe. Try to avoid negative people. So there are so many ways we can manage the tinnitus. So be mindful about the tinnitus, and try to avoid very loud noises at your workplace. If you are a person you love music, try to avoid very loud concerts. If you are attending loud concerts, try to wear earplug, proper musician's earplug, to enjoy the concert. But at the same time, a lot of people suffer temporary tinnitus after attending a very loud concert, but that will fade away. But the defense people, because they are working constantly, tradies, they work constantly with the power tools, the tinnitus can be lifelong. So that's a very important topic. Okay, so Alan, back to you.
Yeah, so I mean, in saying that about like loud noise and that, I mean, a lot of people listen to loud music, you know, these days with earpods and stuff like that. So, you know, and they sometimes crank it up. I've actually come in the studio after some broadcasters and the headphones are very high, very loud. Yeah, I think that's something that we probably need to address here.
Absolutely.
Because that could create, like you said, if not tetanus, other issues with your ear because of constant loud noise. If you're sitting here doing a 1-2 hour show, you know, every day, and it's that loud, it could create issues with your hearing.
Absolutely right. According to National Acoustic Laboratories, Alan, there is a research division in Australia fully funded by Australian government. Any sound above 85 decibel is dangerous to our hearing, and the damage is permanent. That is why the workplace health and safety standard says if the sound at the workplace is above 85 decibel, you need to wear earplug.
Yeah.
And as you know, the decibel is a measurement of loudness, and the decibel is arranged in a logarithmic scale on an audiogram, and every 3 dB increment in decibel is doubling the intensity of the sound. That means 88 decibel is the double of 85 decibel, and 91 decibel is the double the intensity of 88 decibel. That is why, suppose you can work at 85 decibel for 8 hours without break. When it comes to 88 decibel background noise, you need to get break every 4 hours. If it is 91 decibel background noise place where you are working, every 2 hours, according to workplace health and safety, you need to have break.
Okay.
So it's very, very important. We work in audiologist and people in broadcasting studios and people who study about the sound. They know exactly what impact the sound is creating on individuals' ears and their hearing. And there are some Bible convention in my part of the world, in Kerala, southern part of India. There are a lot of Bible conventions, retreat happens, and they use very loud speakers to manipulate people. The impact, you will feel the low frequency sound. Your heart is pumping too fast. Yeah. It is really affecting your body, and the people who sits in front of the huge speakers, they are damaging, especially older people and the young people, they are damaging their hearing permanently. But the people who are on the stage, they are safe because the speaker is not facing them. They are in front of the mic.
Yeah, no, for sure. Look, is there anything else that you want to just share about today's topic before we wrap it up?
I think the most important thing is if you have any problem with the tinnitus, feel free to call me at a free chat. You can find me on Google, search for Territory Hearing, and you will find me. And my number is 0470216004, or you can email me territoryhearing@gmail.com, and you can have a chat, and I can give some advice how you can manage your tinnitus in a personalized way according to your need.
Look, thank you for sharing that topic with us today, and for those that may experience any of them issues, reach out to Dr. Salimon Joseph.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, we'll get back into some normal programming, and here's a bit of your rhythmics with Here Comes the Rain Again, right here on Teabba Radio, your voice in the bush.
Thank you. Thank you very much.